Hi guys and welcome to IAMABIKER.com. Today we are reviewing not a super bike but a bike that can be quite super on the road. This is the Apache RTR 160 4V. So there are two versions of this. There's the FI version and the carb. This is the carb version. Slight differences. The torque is the same, the power is slightly different. The difference in power is very small. You don't really feel it unless you're looking for it, and even then I'm not really sure what the feeling is that difference. But yeah, it's about 0.2 something difference in power. In the real world, I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. The FI could be more fuel efficient and more suitable to a whole variety of conditions, especially if you're going touring. So let's talk about the bike, how it feels. As always, we'll be talking about how it feels and how it rides in the real world. So first of all, this Apache with the 4 valve is now super refined. No vibrations, only when you go past 8000 RPM there is some small fine vibe that creeps up somewhere near the tank and on the pegs. That's normal for any single cylinder motorcycle. How it feels, yes, the acceleration is really good. The low end torque is a little bit less, so you need to give it a little bit of revs for it to get going, and the power really kicks in around 6000 RPM, so keep your shifts above that, and this motorcycle is very alive and quite jumpy and quite fun to ride. The engine is refined. The sound, it sounds good, not as loud and energetic as the 200, but yeah, it still sounds very nice and very involving. It keeps you engaged. Even though you're not doing very high speeds, you still feel that this motorcycle is really urging you on and keeps you pushing hard. Makes you feel like you're pushing hard, but you might be only doing like 70 on the speedo. But the feel of the motorcycle in that way is really nice. Riding position, I think it's quite good. That's about 800 mm of seat height. Seats are comfortable, no issues there. Your feet are high up, so you have a nice sporty position to sit at. Handlebar positions are great, very nimble in city traffic, very easy to move around. Another key aspect is that motorcycle is quite light and feels very light. Most importantly, when you're moving it around or when you want to change directions, this thing really is like almost telepathic. You feel like you're changing direction and it's like, okay, let me go there, let me go here. It's very good. It feels very fun, peppy. In city conditions, you can just sweep through traffic, not in a dangerous way, but have a more fun way. It feels good. Coming to proper handling dynamics, we took it to Nandi Hills here in Bangalore. That's like our proving grounds, and we often go there with any new bike. So the idea is that we have prior experience with different bikes, so we know how each bike feels over there. So this one, of course, it's not the fastest bike, it's 160cc, so it doesn't feel fast uphill, but it sounds and feels great, and it feels very nimble. So when you're at a corner and you want to change direction, so like that, and it's out, it's in a corner, it's out of a corner. It feels very stable in a corner, it feels very flickable into a corner, and it changes direction very, very fast. That's probably the best aspect of this bike, typical RTR character. And coming to top speeds, we really haven't pushed it. It will do about 100 easily any day. It should go to about 110, 120 depending on rider weight. So somebody like me, 110 maybe. I haven't really taken it to top speed, but we'll have the number up on the screen. And then mileage, yeah, so the FI ideally should be giving you more mileage. This is the carb version, so I think this has been turning close to 40, and FI should be a couple of kilometers more. 40 in the 150 segment I think is pretty decent, especially a motorcycle that performs really well like this. It's peppy, fast, feels racy and sporty, so in that way I think that's pretty decent mileage. So coming to the brakes, the front brakes are awesome. I'm in love with it, and the front suspension at the same time is soft, which is really good for a street bike. Usually nowadays everybody is going for a very sporty character, and they tend to stiffen up the suspension a lot, but the RTR 160 still has pretty decently soft front suspension. So in the real world, when you actually come to a speed breaker or a pothole, it's still really comfortable, doesn't really give you a shock. So that's something I really love about this bike. The TVS Ramona tires probably take a little bit of time to heat up to grip well. So when you plan for some spirited riding, give it a bit of time for it to heat up, because before that, if you start pushing, it tends to be a little bit twitchy. But once it's up to temperature, it's really good and fun. The rear brake, of course, you just tap on it. You don't really use it to bring down your speed. The front brakes are really good. Now, this is not the ABS model right now. All the models have the front single channel or the Supermoto ABS that TVS calls it. So this one doesn't have it. So the versions which you'll be seeing in the showrooms from now will have that ABS. So much welcome, and definitely should keep things much safer. Overall, I think it's a fun little bike. It's quite compact, it's light, it's very user friendly. You just hop on and get going, and it sounds great and feels a whole lot of fun. Even for somebody of my stature, I'm 5'11", weigh northwards of 90 kilograms. This thing is still properly fast. So that's something to say about this, and it's quite involving. Even with the pillion, things are fine. It's not a huge seat, but two people can sit together, no problem. And overall, I think it's a fun little bike, and I like the way TVS is going, with their motorcycles. This one revs freely and it's a whole lot of fun. Thank you for watching, and we'll have other videos and other wallpapers and photographs of this bike on our website, IAMABIKER.com. So do check that out, and please do subscribe to our channel as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.